Hi, this is Keron Bhattacharya. I'm reading from my novel, Dolly PATEL, Part 2 of Reincarnation in the Holy Land. Chapter 19. The characters and events in this novel are fictional. The story so far. After spending 40 years in England, Bijon, a 60-year-old divorcee, is currently contemplating spending his retirement years in Calcutta, the city of his birth. 30 years ago, his wife had an abortion. This could have been averted had he been determined to save the baby. There was a time during his 50s when he was desperate to have a daughter, especially as a divorce pushed him towards other women. There was Dolly PATEL, a Jewess from Malabar, whose first husband was a Christian and the second a Hindu. The twice divorced woman set a trap for him soon after his divorce. With his previous apprehension obliterated, he was eagerly waiting for Dolly's arrival on Friday. Yes, he wanted a human touch, a touch of affection from a woman to fill the void in his life. Deep down, he still wanted Carol, but his emotional turmoil was far too painful to reach an accord with her. Dolly had a sari on, which was rather unusual. Normally, she wore Western clothes, occasionally a silver and kurta, but never a sari. With her light-colored skin and dark hair cut short, she could easily pass as Spanish or Portuguese, and often showed every inclination to do so. On that Good Friday, however, she wanted to play the role of a Bengali housewife. She wanted to offer him a different taste of life, a life he had never experienced with Carol. As soon as she came through the door, he could wait no more. For 3 months he had foregone sex for no tangible reason. Now everything was different because he was no longer equating sex with marriage. As he tried to push his hand through her blouse, Dolly smiled indulgently and feigned to stop him. "Can I have a cup of tea, please?" He showed little willingness to accede to such request. "Please," she said it more insistently this time. Okay. Loosening his embrace, he allowed Dolly to extricate herself. Dolly dashed to the bathroom to get her sari and blouse back in position while he went to the kitchen to put the kettle on. A fresh layer of lipstick on her sensuous lips was invitingly evident when she returned. She stood in the kitchen for a minute or two for him to feel her nearness, but kept sufficient distance so as not to let him become too distracted to make the tea. She left him in the kitchen and settled down on his settee in the lounge. When the tea arrived, she sipped it slowly, keeping him at bay while he showed every sign of being desperate to take her clothes off. "We have 3 long days together," she smiled mischievously. "When is Indranil coming back?" "Sudin will dispatch him to me on Monday afternoon." A lull filled with desire now ensued, but he was far too restless to maintain his distance. Soon he started playing with her hair. "Draw the curtains a little," she said, pointing to the window of the adjacent house, although no onlooker was standing there. "Shall we go upstairs?" prompted Dolly, as he was about to draw the curtains. "Let's do that." His gleeful expression said it all. He led the way. Dolly followed. The bed in the master bedroom was shiningly new. After his divorce, he had promptly acquired a new bed to start his life afresh, and not until now had he had the opportunity to celebrate it with a new woman. "No woman has slept with me in that bed. You know that." "Now that's a great honor." When Dolly was in that sort of mood making cryptic remarks, he was never sure what was going through her mind. Earlier on, when she had come through the front door, he had felt no inhibition about her. But now there was a distinct possibility of this relationship ending up in a cul-de-sac. Opening a chest of drawers, he took out a packet and placed it under his pillow. "I see you are well prepared today," winked Dolly. Sheepishly, he smiled. He had already drawn the curtains and was about to take off his clothes. She sat in a chair, amused. "What's the matter with you? Aren't you coming to bed?" "You haven't asked me yet." "I'm asking you now." She still made no effort to get up. "What do you want?" "You aren't asking me to take my sari off, are you?" "Of course I am." "Oh no." "Don't tease me. I'm not teasing you." He knew the signal, the primitive signal of a woman to a man. The end of a sari neatly pleated over her shoulder he now grabbed, and the feeling of starting. Hot with passion, she pulled his face he pulled his she pulled his face towards her and started kissing him passionately, while hurriedly he took hers and his own clothes off and sank onto bed with her. It was not long before he was groping under the pillow, and she stopped him. "Is it not dangerous?" She shook her head. All the same, he was no longer confident about this relationship lasting. "You won't have a child from me, if that's worrying you." "What do you mean?" "I can't have a child." "Why? Do you have to spoil it?" No more questions were asked, at least not that evening. Thank you.